Good day, friends.
Good day.
Okay, I'm Antoni. Today, really, I'm delighted to be presenting to you because, first of all, because when we are having research, mostly sometimes we've got difficulties. Sometimes we have so many questions. What should we do first before we have research, right? So, you know what? Because some people, when they are going to have research, they find some problems. So today I try to give you some solutions how to guide you when you are having research, especially for collecting quantitative data. So my topic is only focused on how collecting quantitative data. So let's see here. Actually, this is just for brainstorm your mind. On the picture, there are two people on the car, and they give different opinions about how to collect research. Uh, okay, and then so there are some steps that you are going to do before collecting the data. The first is okay. So before I explain more detail what is quantitative data, how to collect the quantitative data, uh, I give definitions of what is quantitative first. And the second, what participants will researchers study. And the third, what permission will be needed. And fourth, what information will researchers collect. And let's move on to number one. Okay. Okay, let me start from definitions of quantitative first. And according to Aliaga and Wilderson 2000, he defined that quantitative is explaining phenomena by collecting numerical data that are analyzed using mathematically methods on particular statistics. And that's it. That's the definition of quantitative data. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. Okay, what participants will the researchers study? Okay, so for this step, there are two options, there are two ways. The first thing is identify unit analysis. What does it mean of identify unit analysis? Unit analysis means researcher must decide at what level the data needs to be collected and who can supply the information that will be used to answer the research questions. So, for example, please you decide what level or what class are going to take the research. And that's it. That's what we call unit analysis. I'm so sorry because actually this is not really clear. You can see this, I don't know what's the problem. Okay, and then the second, specify the populations and sample. Okay, so before I explain more detail, but we have to know first, what is population? So from this picture, you can see there are so many people, right? So for all things, we call that populations. Population means a group of individuals that have the same characteristic, right? And what is sample? Because there are so many people there and they're missing focus, make it smaller. That's what we call sample, right? Uh, okay, let's see the next one. Okay, here it is, population and sample. Okay, like I told you before, and this is the figure. What is population? What is sample? And now I'm telling you what type of quantitative sampling strategy. Okay, for quantitative sampling strategies, there are two kinds: probability sampling and non-probability sampling. And for probability sampling, we divide from three parts. The expert, they divide it into three parts. The first, simple random sampling, stratified sampling, multi-stage cluster sampling, and for probability sampling, they divide into two parts: convenient sampling and snowball sampling. Okay, let me explain one by one what does it mean of each of these sampling. Okay, let's see this. What is simple random sampling? Okay, let's see from the title first. Simple. You know what is it of simple, right? Simple, and then random. And random it means you take the data randomly, and then that is the sampling is the last. Okay, and how to collect the data randomly. For example, we can do this maybe using lottery or using the list of numbers of the name of the participants, etc. Okay, and the second one is stratified sampling. What is stratified sampling? The researcher divide or stratify population on some specific characteristics. So please define the characteristics of the population, maybe based on the gender, age, class, and many more. And the third is multiple cluster sampling. You know, multi means so many times. Uh, Okay, so multiple cluster sampling means the researcher chooses a sample in two or more stages because either the researcher cannot easily identify the population or the population is extremely large. For example, you want to collect the data, let's see, maybe in province, that's quite large, and then make it smaller, become region. Okay, so maybe you may choose what region you want. Yeah. Okay, that's what we call multiple cluster sampling. And the next, okay, convenience sampling. What does it mean of convenience sampling? Convenience sampling is the researcher select participants because they are willing and available to be studied. So their willingness here, because they are ready to become uh, the object of the study. This is it. And the last is snowball sampling. Okay, now let's see snowball. Please you think if snowball, when it's rolling, so we start from the smallest one first, and then they rolling become bigger. It means we try to, what do you call this? We try to uh, ask some questions related to our data, and then uh, start from one person, become two person, and then because we don't have enough data, we try to get another person, so become many people in our research. And that's what we call global sampling. Okay, that's quite slow. Okay, and the next slide, what permission will be needed? Okay, and of course, before we start collecting the data, we need to know first what permission that we are going to do. If possible, we want to collect the data, but we just go through what we want without take permission first. So we have to do some steps. What are we going to do first? And the first is, of course, we need to take permission to institutions or organizations from what place we are going to take the data. And the next, specific site. For example, maybe you want to take secondary school, junior high school, or elementary school, and it's up to you. And the third is participants or group of participants. And next, parents of participants. But I think this is impossible sometimes. But actually, scientifically, we need to take permission from the parents first. That's it. But this is flexible, I think. And for the last, the campus, it means like us, uh, UIN students, of course, we need to do get permissions from our campus first. Okay, is it allowed or not? So that's some steps that we are going to do before collecting the data. All right, and then next, move on to the next slide. What information will the researcher collect? Okay, so you have to know what information will you collect. The first, specify variables from research questions and hypotheses. Okay, so here it is, the figure, you just see it there. Uh, the first, identify the variable, and the second, operationally define the variable, look at the data, and collect the data. That's some variables from research questions and hypotheses. And this is choose types of data and neither. That's the way actually you can see it, but the picture is not so clear. Okay, and the next. All right. So that's all for my presentation today. So if you've got some questions or input, suggestion or comment for me, but as long as your question is not so complicated, I'll try to answer. Everything is inside my mind. I will to try to help you. But if the question is so complicated, maybe I need some help from you, or we give to our master teacher for sure. Okay. Thank you. And if you have questions or input, comment, or whatever its name, okay, time is yours. All right. Cluster, multiple cluster sampling. But as far as I know that multiple, we try to take the definition of multiple first, right? So it means the population is so large. So, but we are from the large phase, but we may be free to choose what specific sample what we want to choose. Uh, let's say, okay, maybe I want to give you different examples. Okay, so hopefully you can get a point from what I'm going to do. And let's say, for example, Rio, right? So it's large area, and then you make it smaller. You might become some residents like Kampar, Surabaya, or something like that. You can make it smaller. Maybe from the one province, you make it deeper. It's like maybe you want to choose Kampar, so become smaller, right? Okay, so you choose what area you want to work. So the rules. I think for multiple, sorry, multiple,
This is
advantages for this
budaya.
because the population is not clear, right? Because of course some sampling that got advantages and some advantages. Maybe that is the disadvantages of taking data using multiple cluster sampling.
Maybe before you choose the examples, data sampling, you give the student test or what? This is for the students.
Pretest.
Yeah, yeah, pretest.
For sure, before we give, we need to build a research. Of course, we need to measure first, right? Is it our instruments valid or valid and reliable, right? So before we do that, of course, we need to test our instrument first, reliable or not.